Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? Hello, hello. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Hello, hello, hello. How are you today? Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today? Hello. Good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let me check if the sounds are working. Let's check if our sounds are working. Let's check if our sounds are working. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Good morning, good morning. Let's see. Let's check if our sounds are working. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? I just want to check if our sounds are working today. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, it's working. Our sounds are working. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Hope you're doing well. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. And if you are seeing me for the first time, I'm Cecilia. How are you today? Happy Friday, happy weekend. Is it your birthday today? If it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy Friday, happy weekend, and how are you today? Hope you're doing well. Whereabouts are you watching from? I am streaming live from the UK. And if today's your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia. Hello, Cecilia. How are you today? Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, and happy weekend. What are you doing today? On today's episode, we are going to be talking about things you should say when you want your relationship to last. If you want your relationship to last, you should be able to say these things quick, fast, you know. So that is our topic for today. How are you today? Things to say, things you should say in your relationship. That three things. Let's leave it at three. You know, how are you today? It's a bit cold. How are you today? How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, say hi. I just checked my sounds and I'm sure they're working. But let me know if you can hear me. Say hi. If you can hear me, just say hi on the comment section. How are you today? If you can hear me, go on and say hi. Hi, David. How are you today, David? How are you today, David? And whereabouts are you watching from? Hello, David. How are you and whereabouts are you watching from? Very soon I'll take off my coat. It's a bit hot. Hello, David. Whereabouts are you watching from? Whereabouts are you watching from, David? India. Hello. How are you today? Happy weekend. What time have you got in India now? What time have you got? What time have you got? It's 12, it's 12:43 in the UK. David, if today's your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia and I'm streaming live from 7 p.m. Ooh, you're 5 hours ahead of, yes, 6 hours, 15 minutes. Let's say 6 hours ahead. You're 6 hours, yeah, 6 hours ahead. Wow. And how are you today, David? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Happy weekend. If you're watching me for the first time, I'm Cecilia. If it's your birthday today, let us know in the comment section and we're going to sing you happy birthday. Happy birthday to you if it's your birthday today. If this is your birth month, happy birth month to you. We have already started celebrating Christmas in the UK. We started on the 1st. You know, oh, it's your first time. Ooh, David. I'm Cecilia and I'm broadcasting live from London. And it's not officially winter, but it's cold now. It's cold. That is why I have this today because it's cold. It's cold. It's getting cold. But today is not bad. Today is not that bad. I'm not complaining, but I'm just telling you how it is here in the UK, the weather and just everything. It's good. We are not complaining. It's a bit cold. Yesterday, I was speaking to someone, and they said that they were very hot. They were in a very hot country, and I was like, I'm very cold. You see, she was like, she was telling me she was very hot, and I've been to London long time back in 2016. Oh, a long, not very long ago. You've been to London. Oh, assalamu alaikum. Walaikum salam. Am I right? And short says, vibe length short says, assalamu alaikum. Malaikum salam. How are you? Vibe length short, how are you? Did you like the UK when you came here? Did you like it? It's a lovely country. The UK is lovely. The people are lovely. I love the UK. I love the UK. I think the UK is the best country in the whole wide world. Yes, I love the UK. Some people might not like it, but I love the UK. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's why I'm here. I love it here. The people are good. It's the people. The people are good. I've met some very lovely people in the UK. So I love me the well. The people are good. Come on, you know. I've made some amazing friends as well. So how are you today? Today we are gonna be talking about, are you dating? Are you single? And yes, it's quite peaceful, unlike our place full of noisy traffic. And it's it's yeah, it's quite peaceful. Yeah, let's put it that way. Let's leave it at that. Yeah. Yeah, you can go away from the noisy traffic. Sometimes you can go far away from the city, the hustling and bustling of the city. You can go far away in the country. David, this is for you. If the city, because most cities are noisy, most cities. I have not been to India. David, I've not been to India, but I'd love to visit India. It's in my bucket list. I'd love to visit India. I'd love to visit the Taj Mahal. Taj what? Love to visit India. Taj Mahal. What do you call it? Taj. I don't want to. Taj. It's Taj what? It reminds me. Uh, but I'd love to visit India. I would love to visit India someday. Someday in the future, I'd love to visit India. Oh, you're in Kashmir. Kashmir is close to Pakistan, isn't it? Kashmir is border between Pakistan and India. Am I right? If you're from Kashmir, I think Kashmir is between India and Pakistan. Nope. Where's Kashmir? Please tell me. Nope. And you just went. Nope. Where's Kashmir? Is it not between India and Pakistan? Oh, okay. You're from Darjeeling. All right. All right. Good to have you here, David. Good to have you here. It's so good to have you here. So today, are you dating? Are you dating? Today we are talking about things to say in a relationship. Northeast India, close to you're close to Nepal and China. Okay, or Bangladesh border. Okay, okay, okay. I get it. So where is Kashmir? Is Kashmir not close to Pakistan? I don't know. I don't know. Is Kashmir close to Pakistan? No. I'll have to go back and check. But it's okay. I've got friends from Nepal as well, China and Bangladesh. Yeah, I'd have to visit I'd love to visit India someday. In the nearest future. That's somewhere I'd love to. I hear it's very busy over there. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, because I know Kashmir is close to Pakistan. Yeah. Good morning, Victory of Christ TV. Good morning. How are you today, and whereabouts are you watching from? Victory of our country is huge. Yes, India is huge. India is huge. Victory of Christ TV. How are you today? Good morning. Whereabouts are you watching from? I'm Cecilia, and I'm broadcasting live from the UK. My name is Cecilia. It's quite cold here in the UK. That is why I have this coat. And if you're anywhere around Europe, you would understand why I'm wearing this coat today. It's a bit cold. Oh, from Nakuru, Kenya. Oh, how are you today? How is Kenya? From Nakuru. I've never heard of Nakuru before. But how are you? How are you? You're enjoying the sunshine, aren't you? I'm cold. Can we exchange just for today? You give me the sunshine, and I give you winter. Or in other words, you can say, you come and meet me here. I know. I know you're enjoying the sunshine, and I'm enjoying the cold weather. It's quite cold here, but you're enjoying paradise. So, how are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Is it wrong to say there's a word that we all don't like to say? A lot of people would not like to say this word, even when they are wrong in a relationship. And it is sorry, it is simple. Let's just go straight to the point. It is simple. When you are dating, when you are in a relationship, please, there are certain things you have to do if you want your relationship to be sweet, if you want your relationship to work, if you want your relationship to grow, if you want to take your relationship to the next level, there are certain things you have to do in your relationship. And one of those things you have to do is to learn how to say certain words, is to learn how to do certain things, is to learn, because especially in the UK, a lot of relationships are falling apart today, because I know we are all busy, we don't have time. You're like, I've had enough of you. I don't have time for your trouble. I don't have time for your shenanigans. But there are things we can do if we want our relationship to be smooth. And I know no relationship is smooth. Things would always happen. Sometimes you fight with yourself, don't you? Sometimes you fight with yourself. Like, you want to do something, but but there's something telling you you should not do it. So you're fighting with yourself. It's you fighting with yourself. Like, I want to do it, but something says, some people say you have the good and the bad in you. Some people say you have the chimpanzee, the good, the bad chimpanzee in one person. So sometimes we fight with ourselves. What and then you would think, when you're dating, you want everything to go smoothly. No, it cannot work that way. When you're dating, things will fall apart. Things happen. People change. Um, Things happen when you're dating. So when you're dating, you should understand that things happen. But one thing that you must know and you must be willing to do is to fix things. When things are going wrong in your relationship, you should be able to go, you know what, things are not going right. What do I do to fix it? Things are not going, how do I fix it? How do I keep my relationship sweet? Because believe me or not, we all want to be happy. We are here to be happy. We are here for a good time. We want to be happy. We want to enjoy our relationships. We want to enjoy our partners. Love is meant to be sweet. And I'm sure, you should know, we all should know that it's not for one person to fix. If you're in a relationship, it's not for your partner to fix it. It's for both of you to fix it. And you must be willing to fix it. You must be willing to make your relationship work if you want your relationship to work. You have to be intentional about it. If you want your relationship to work, you have to be willing to put in the time, to put in the energy, to put in the strength, to put in some sugar, to put in some salt, to put in some some beef sauce, to put in. You have to be able to put in all these things if you want your relationship to be sweet and juicy. You know, if you want your relationship to be sweet and juicy, you have to be willing to put in the time. You have to be willing. It's like moving into a house. When you move into a house, you renovate it, you fix it, you repaint it, you clean the house, you clean your house on a regular basis. But one thing we don't do is we don't clean our relationship on a regular basis. That is why our relationships fall apart easily, because we don't clean it, we don't work on it. You start dating someone and you don't do anything about it. You just want your relationship um, to work and to fix itself. To fix itself, it doesn't work like that. If you want your relationship to be sweet, just like you renovate your house, you have to renovate your relationship. Just as you repaint your house, you have to repaint your relationship. Just as you vacuum clean your house, you have to clean your relationship, because you have to put in the time. You have to be intentional. You know, it's like you know, it's like everything. If you want things to work, if you want your relationship to work, put in the time. Please put in the time to fix it. Put in the time to renovate it. Put in the time to wash it. Put in the time to clean it up. If you don't clean your relationship up, it will not last. If you don't work on your relationship, it will not last. So you have to keep working on your relationship. Sometimes you have to work on yourself. you know Sometimes it's you. Sometimes you might be having a little issue with your partner and you think he is the one. He is the one at fault, or she is the one at fault. You're pointing the finger at your partner. But if you should sit down and look at it critically, you are the fault. You are at fault. The problem is with you. Because just like everything, we do change. We do change as humans. We change on a regular basis. So when you change, remember that your partner is looking at you and going, oh, but she's changed. What is happening? And remember, people go through different things in life. Life is seasonal, so we go through different things in life at different points, you know. So when your partner is playing up, or when things are not going on the way they should be going on in your relationship, don't get angry. You have to sit your partner down and find out from them what is happening, because they might be going through something at work. I remember there was a time that this friend of mine had an issue with her partner, and little did she know that he was going through something at work. He was going through something at work, but he couldn't say it to her because, some men, especially men, do not like to open up, because men see themselves as strong. They see themselves um, as how do I put it, as lions, as powerful. They don't want to that they don't want to share certain things. You know, we'll come to that. Men don't like to share everything. So if you are with someone and you notice that they are changing, things are changing with them, but you don't understand what is happening. As a woman, especially women, we can talk when things are not going right for us at work. For example, we would come home and say, oh, this is my colleague, this is what's happening with my boss. We talk. Most women are vocal about things, but men are not like this. Most men tend to keep whatever they're going through inside. They wanna fight it, they wanna handle it by themselves. They want to look for solutions. They don't want to bother you with their problems. They don't want to bother you with things going on with them at work. So you have to ask. You have to ask. If you find out that your partner is not the way they used to be, they're acting up at home, they don't come home in time, and things are not going on well, you have to find out. Ask them, what is happening? What is happening with you? Do you want to open up? Do you want to talk about something? Find out from them. Because what happened with my colleague was, with my friend, was her partner became he wasn't very, he's naturally quiet, but he just became quieter. He wasn't talking much. He would go to work, come back, but there was something happening at work with his boss. He had an issue with his boss, and he was really stressed. He was really stressed. And sometimes we think, leave what happens at work, and what happens at home at home. But it doesn't always work that way. When you're stressed at work, when things are not going on well at work, it will translate to your relationship. It will come, you will bring it back home, especially, and it's both ways. When things are not going on well at home with your partner, sometimes some people are able to manage it, but some people are not able to manage it. Some people cannot manage what is happening at home and leave it at home. They'll take it at work, you know. So what actually happened with my friend was, she tried and spoke to her guy. She was like, what is happening? You've changed. You don't talk anymore. You've become so quiet, withdrawn. What is happening? He was able to share that he had an issue at work. He had an issue at work. He wanted to quit, but he wasn't very sure. But he was so stressed. He ended up quitting that job, because he spoke to my friend that he was dating at the time, and she advised him to quit the job. So sometimes you have to find out from your partner more. T man says, My girlfriend has started earning more than me. We are both changing negativity. Oh, my girlfriend has started earning more than me. We are both changing negatively. Negatively. Okay, so Seaman says his girlfriend has started earning more than him, and now they're both changing negatively. You have to sit down, Seaman, you have to sit down and have a chat with your girlfriend. You know, money is a big one when it comes to relationships. Money is a big one. So, and when a man earns more than a woman, in most cases, there are never issues. The man is able to manage, he doesn't change, he takes care of his home, he takes care of his woman. On the other hand, when women start earning more than men, they start playing up, they start changing, things start changing. I don't know why, I don't know why, but it's happening, and it happens a lot. When women, I mean, when 99% of women start making more money than their men, they start changing negatively. They start playing off. They start having attitude. I've seen it with my own eyes, and I've seen a lot of relationships that have gone far because the women started making more money than the men. I think we have to talk about this. This is something we have to address as well. When men make money, they're okay, they share with the women, they take the women out, they spoil women. On the other hand, when women start making money, they just change, especially when a woman makes more than the man. They automatically change. They think they now own the world. It's not in a, I don't know, but this is something we have to talk about. Man, it's a shame, but you have to look for a way and communicate this with your girlfriend, communicate this with her, and make sure you resolve it. If you love her, make sure you communicate it with her. Communicate this with her. This is the problem we have in the UK as well. A lot of women earn more than not that a lot of women earn more than men, but when women start making more money than their partners, they start changing negatively, which is not good. Money, when you make more money, the money should be there to make your relationship better, to make you enjoy life better. That is how I see money. If you have money, money is a tool to help you enjoy life. You can spend, you can travel, you can go on holiday together, you can do things together with money. you know Money is meant to make your relationship sweeter and better and not bitter. you know so this is what I don't understand, and I think you should communicate it with her. Man, this is for you. Communicate it with your girlfriend. Tell her she's changed since she started making more money. um Tell her, please communicate it with her. And I think women should try and work on ourselves when it comes to money. You making more money than men. That is why a lot of women in the UK are single. A lot of men do not want to um, have anything to do with some women because of this issue. And because of this, a lot of women in the UK are single. They're single because they're making money and they're thinking it's all about money. Money is important, don't get me wrong. Money is almost as important as oxygen. After oxygen is money, you know. But then money should help you live a better life. Money should help you live a balanced life, a balanced life. Money should help you enjoy with your partner. Money is a tool for you to use. Enjoy money. Don't use money to suppress your partner, because that is what happens. When women start making money, they think, now I'm making more money, I don't need a man. Are you going to stay alone? Someone, let me just, something happened a few days ago. There's this friend that I know, she lives alone, and she had a fall. She had a fall on her own. Her phone wasn't close by. She had to crawl. It took her several minutes to crawl to her phone. So why would you want to go through something like this? I'm not saying it's not okay to be single. It's okay to be single. It's okay to be single, but it's not okay for you to just um, be unnice to your boyfriend because you're making more than them. No, please, please, please. And some women just want to be single because they're making more money. You need someone. You need company. Okay, just companionship, for companionship. Okay, let's say it's for companionship. You need someone. You need someone to talk to. Do you just want to stay there and stay on your phone? You need someone to cuddle you. You need someone to give you a massage after work. Don't you need that? I don't know. This is me. I might be wrong. You need someone. You come to an empty house, beautiful house. I know a lot of women who've made plenty of money, have got beautiful houses, but you walk into an empty house. You walk into a big mansion because or you live all by yourself. You don't want to date because you're making more money. Is that the new norm? You don't want to date because you're making more money than men. Is that the new norm? If that is okay for you, you know that is fine. So please, please, please try. This is just something I'd like to say on the side. If you live alone, please make sure you have someone around to check on you on a regular basis. Please, this is if you live alone. If you're a man or a woman and you live alone, make sure you get someone to check on you on a regular basis. It is very important that you get someone to check on you on a regular basis. Okay, let me grab myself a glass of water. So please, if you live alone, make sure you get someone to check on you on a regular basis. Get a friend, family to check on you on a regular basis. But I'd advise, you know, especially women, if you're making money, remember money is something. Money should make your life better, not bitter. Money should make, especially when you're dating, use your money to make your life better. Use your money to travel with your partner. When he was making more than you, life was okay. He treated you well. He would spoil you every now and then, and now you are making more than the man. You're thinking you don't need him anymore. So were you dating him because he was making more money than you, or were you dating him just because uh, he was spoiling you? And now, since you are up there, you're making money, you're thinking um, you can't have him anymore, or you don't need him anymore. Please, let's look for that balance. It is very important that we look for that balance in life. It's not easy to get that balance. It's very important. You don't want to live alone. You don't want to stay alone. It is okay to stay alone if you want to, if that is what you want. If you want to just be alone, that is okay too. But if you want to date, if you want your relationship to last, if you want to enjoy your relationship, please make sure it's not all about the money. It's not all about um how much you make. Yes, it's not all about if how much you make and how much your partner makes. It's all about you bringing things together. You bring in what he makes, he brings in, your partner brings in what he makes, you bring in what you make, and make your life better. I'm not saying you should have a joint account. I'm not saying you should give your money to your partner as a woman, but I'm saying the respect should be there. When you were dating your partner and you were not making as much as you're making now, you used to respect him. You used to respect is both ways anyway. So you making more money does not mean that you should not respect your partner. Please, as a woman, please, my gender, money is meant to make your relationship sweet. This is for my gender. Money is meant to make life sweet for both of you. I'm not saying you should give your money to the man, but you making more money doesn't mean you should start disrespecting him. He's not asking for your money. Keep your money, but then still respect him. Sometimes you don't need to um it's happening a lot. This is happening. I can't deny this. It's happening a lot. You would seldom see women who make more than their men and stay the same. As soon as women start making more money than their husband, not all women, I repeat, some women. As soon as some women start making more money than their husband, they will automatically change. Automatically change. I know money does good things. Money should be used to do good things. So please, 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 money is meant to make your relationship sweet. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? Let me grab myself some water. How are you today? How are you today? Good morning. Let me take this coat off. It's a bit cold. It's a bit hot now in here. Mm. Hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. How are you today? How are you today? Good morning. Whereabouts are you watching from? Let us know where you're watching from and how are you today? Good morning. Is saying sorry to your partner difficult? Is it okay to say sorry to your partner when you are not at fault? Is it okay to say sorry to your partner when you're not at fault? Yes or no? Let me know. Is it okay? You're not at fault. Your partner has done something wrong. They are at fault, but they don't want to say sorry. But you don't want to stay in a space where there's no peace. You love peace. You love peace. You love your partner. You love your boyfriend. You love your girlfriend. But they've done something wrong. Obviously, they've done something wrong. They don't want to acknowledge what they've done. They are like, no, it's not my fault. It's your fault. And then it's going back and forth. Is it okay for you to just be the bigger person and go, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, even though you know you're not wrong. You just say, you're sorry just to make peace. You want later on, you might come back to this. You might come back to this at some later date. You might go, you know what? On that very day in September, what you did was not right. I just said sorry to make peace. They might acknowledge then that, oh yes, 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 you were not wrong. I'm sorry. Let's move on. So is it okay if you're watching me? Is it okay for you to say sorry to your partner even when you know you're not at fault? At fault? Is it okay? Let me know, yes or no. Yes or no. Would you say sorry to your partner even though you know you're not at fault? Would you do that? Would you say sorry just to let peace reign, just because you want your environment to be peaceful? You want to live in a peaceful space. Life is too stressful. You know what? I'm sorry. Hell no, Timon. Timon, would you not say sorry to your partner? Let's say your partner said something to you, or your partner says something to you and you don't take it well. You disagree. You're like, oh my goodness, you cannot afford to say that to me. But then you're angry, and then you tell them. They're like, no, I don't see any trouble in that. I don't see any problem in that. And then you start going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. But then you don't want that. You don't want your environment um to be clouded. Let me put it that way. You don't want clouds around. You don't want negativity around. Would you not say, you know what, just to make peace? You know what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that. You can say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it to. I didn't mean. I didn't mean it that way. You can just say that. You know, at that particular point in time, you can say that just to just to clear the air. Just to clear the air. You don't want to keep going back and forth. I did not say that. I said it. I didn't say that. Speak to the hands. You don't want that. Enough of that. Speak to the hands. You just go, you know what? I'm sorry. I never used to say sorry. I'm guilty of this, but I've changed a lot. I never used to say I'm sorry, T-man. I never used to say I'm sorry. I would just go quiet. Sometimes I would even not speak to you for a day or two. I'm like, I didn't say that. You can't say I said that. But if you say sorry, if you just decide to become the bigger person and say sorry when something is not right in your relationship, um, say sorry when you're having a heated argument and it's just too much. Say sorry. Say sorry at that particular point. Just say, you know what, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. You know, just for that time. And then later on, you can bring it up. You can say, you know what, on 3 days ago, with what happened, you know, okay, yes, I did not mean it that way, but this is what happened. So it doesn't happen again. But you can't just go, you can never say, hey, Simon says help. No, you have to. You have to say, if you love your partner, if you want your relationship to be sweet, there are certain things you have to do that you don't normally do. If you want your relationship to be sweet, if you love your partner, you want your relationship to be sweet, you want your life to be peaceful. Life is so stressful. As it is at the moment, life is stressful. Things around, life is stressful. Things are so expensive. Everything. So you want to live in a peaceful space. You know, you want to sort out things. You want to resolve issues with your partner ASAP. You clear it. You know, make sure you discuss it. You can say you're sorry when it's happening and you don't want all the negativity. Say you're sorry, um, but make sure you come back to it. Talk about it. Talk about it. So what happened the other day wasn't my fault, and then your partner would explain why they did what they did, and then you can move on. You can move on from there, but don't just think that you saying you're sorry does not make you a weak person, does not make you a weak person. It actually makes you a strong person. It actually puts you in a position of strength, because it takes a strong person to say, you know what, I'm sorry for what happened, especially when you know you are not at fault. Something happens and you put yourself down and you go, you know what, I'm sorry, even though you know that you're not at fault. For you to open your mouth and say sorry when you know you're not at fault makes you a strong person. Even at work, if you look at it, even at work, let's say you're given a project at work and the project fails. It fails. Everyone, when you're given a project at work and it fails, everyone is like, it's not my fault, it's not my fault. You take responsibility. Uh, um, no one wants to take responsibility. Everyone is like, it's your fault. You did it. It was because of your input. That is why the project failed. Everyone is pointing fingers at. We're pointing fingers at each other. This is our word now. And do you know the person who is the bigger person? Is the person who goes, you know what? This project failed because of me. They take full responsibility. This project failed because of me. And let's see how and the things we can do to make sure our next project does not fail. What did we do wrong? How can we do things better next time? Anyone who takes responsibility at that particular point in time is the leader, is the bigger person, is the stronger person, whether we like it or not. Because anyone who puts their hands up and go, you know what, I take full responsibility for the failure of this task. I take full responsibility for the failure of this project. This is I'm very sorry it happened this way. Next time we are going to work on the things we did not do right to make sure this project doesn't fail next time. It's the same in our relationship. If your partner is doing something, or your partner does something that you don't like, or you're having an argument with your partner and it's going back and forth, you can just say, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings, sorry. And then you can go back at a later date, call them, call their attention to it. This is what you said, when you said this, I did not like it, but it's okay. You sort things out, and then next time it will not happen. But we have to make sure we resolve issues in our relationship. As soon as they happen, make sure you resolve them. That is if you want your relationship to last. It's like cleaning your house. Water spills on the floor. What do you do? Do you leave it there? No, you don't leave it there. You clean it up. You clean it up. You bring mud in your kitchen. You clean it up. Something spills, on your floor. You clean it up. It's the same with your relationship. You have to keep cleaning your relationship up if you want it to last. Clean it up. Uh, Add some salt, pepper. Clean your relationship up if you want it to last. Don't be the stronger person, or don't think it's okay for you to say, I'm never going to say sorry. Let no one, I won't say sorry. I don't know. You have to. You want to be there. You want the relationship to work. You love the other person. You love your partner. You want the relationship to work. You have to. You have to look for a way. You have to look for that midpoint where you go, you know what? It's okay. I'm sorry, it was my fault. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way, you know. And sometimes when you think you cannot say sorry, what you should do in any relationship, please, when you're having a heated argument, make sure you don't say things that you cannot take back. For this reason, I'd ask you, please, if you're having a heated argument with your partner, please, I beg you, take a walk to the balcony, take a walk to the park. Okay, just go, excuse me, and walk away from that argument if you know you're going to say something that you cannot take back. Remember, whatever you say in a relationship, whatever comes out of your mouth when you're angry, is when you're angry in any circumstance, whatever you say, you cannot take back. So remember this. Hello, Elisha. Hello, how are you? Greetings from Argentina. How are you today? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you today from Argentina? How are you? Good morning. How are you today? What time have you got in Argentina? And where exactly are you watching from? And how are you today? Hope you're doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Morning, I'm fine, and you, I'm doing exceedingly well today. I'm Cecilia. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Cecilia, and today I'm streaming live from London, England. How are you today? You say you're doing fine. Whereabouts in Argentina? Oh, cool. You're doing cool. Good to know you're doing well. It is good to know you're doing well. Good to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That is how you support the channel, by subscribing. We've got plenty of videos on relationship, dating. um I love dancing, so I've got plenty of shots, and we try clothes as well. We try clothes, and we've shared the website where you can go get them. So we try clothes as well. If you're not buying it for yourself, you can buy it for your girlfriend, your friend, your sister. So there you go. So please, if you yes, so please, if you're cool, okay, yeah, so please, if you're having an argument with your partner, it's okay to say sorry. Okay, it's okay to say sorry, to make peace. You just have to go, you know what, I want peace to reign in this relationship, so you know what, I'm gonna say sorry, and then you come back to it at a later date, and or at a later time, same day, because some people you have to. Yes, you have to. I already saw, and I already liked it. Oh, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you so very much. I do appreciate you immensely. Thanks for subscribing. we are here every Friday between 12:30 to 1:30. I used to be here on a regular, we used to be here daily, but things changed. So I started coming um every Friday. So now we are here every Friday from 12:30 to 1:30, and we are going to be um and I share videos. I share videos. There are plenty of videos. So we've got plenty of videos on the channel. Do watch, do like, subscribe, share. Hello, Chef Jamie. How are you? Is it Jamie? Is it Jamie or Jerry? Can I see? Well, I think it's Jamie. Hello, how are you? And whereabouts are you a chef? Mm, you are a chef, or is it just the name, or is it a proper chef? Because you might have to. You're fine. Are you a chef, like chef, cook chef? We all love chefs. Are you a chef? Do you cook? What do you cook? Chef Jimmy, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thanks very much for joining. Chef Jimmy, yes, I'm a chef. And wow, really? Good trainers based in Nigeria. You are a chef in Nigeria. Please teach me how to cook fisherman soup. Teach me. I've subscribed since last. Oh, thank you for subscribing, Chef Jimmy. Jemmy, Chef Jemmy. Oh, teach me how to cook fisherman soup. And there's another soup, um, afang soup. Teach me how to cook fisherman soup. I'd love to. I'd love to learn how to cook fisherman soup. Yes. Have you got a channel? Have you got a channel where I can learn how to cook it? Do you have your channel, Chef Jimmy? Chef Jimmy Jimmy. The afang soup it is. Oh, okay. Afang soup. What about fisherman soup? You have to teach me. I want to learn how to cook fisherman soup. I've seen it eaten with pounded yam, and I was like, I just want to eat this soup. Teach, but you put every fisherman soup is so rich. It's like, oh my god. I'd love to learn how to cook fisherman soup and eat it with you eat it with pounded yam, isn't it? I'd love to learn how to cook it. So please, if you're having issues with your partner, resolve it. If I remember that love is meant to be sweet, you're here for a good time. So there's no need arguing. Some things you just have to overlook. Yes, some things in a relationship you don't have to argue all the time. It doesn't make sense to have arguments all the time. There are certain things you have to overlook in your relationship, and make sure you resolve issues. You have an issue with your partner, please resolve it. Let peace reign. Let peace. There's nothing like a peaceful space. Even for your own sanity, you need peace, you know. So please don't go arguing with your partner all the time. I know sometimes we do, sometimes it's inevitable. Things will happen. There's no relationship that is smooth and seamless all the time. We do have issues. Sometimes it comes from us, sometimes it's from our partners. But what we should do is we should try and find a way of resolving issues in our relationship. Just resolve them. Don't keep them. Don't harbor pain in your heart. Don't be in a place where you're very unhappy. Make sure you communicate. The other day, and someone said they have a very shy. They dated someone who was very shy, and that person said the relationship was not sweet at all because it was a guy. He said his partner, yes, that the lady he was dating was very shy, and because of that, she couldn't communicate. So they had issues, and that was his worst relationship. which goes to say how important communication is in a relationship. If you are in a relationship and you have got worries, communicate it with your partner. If you've got, try to make sure that you bring in some fun, some humor, some laughter. You know, some people are like, I don't like comedy. Comedy helps a lot in your relationship. Just see fun in things. Look, if you're always stressed up, if you watch comedy, try this. Like serious, I just love comedy because comedy, takes away that stress at that particular point in time. Where you just put on a comedy video, watch it, watch comedy. Sometimes it's motivation when you're down, but sometimes you need comedy. Sometimes don't let things bother you so much in everything you do. We are here, please, I repeat this, I cannot repeat this enough. We are here for a good time. You are here on this planet Earth for a good time, not a stressful time. Not a time where you're not here to be arguing all the time. You're not here to be fighting all the time. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from negativity. Stay away from people who do not value you. Stay away from people who put you down. Stay away from people who don't see the good you bring on the table. We all bring something. We all, even a broken clock is right twice a day. Even a broken clock is right twice a day. So we all bring something to the table. You might think we all bring something. You bring laughter, you bring happiness. We all have something special in us. So you have something to offer. Don't think you don't have anything to offer. So please stay away from negativity. And if you're dating, if you're married, learn to say sorry to your partner. Learn to resolve issues. There's an issue, there's something you're worried about. No one can read your mind. Your partner cannot read your mind. Don't go, you should have. No, they can't read your mind. You should have known. No, your partner cannot read your mind. No one is a mind reader. Your partner is not a mind reader. Your husband is not a mind reader. Your wife is not a mind reader. Mind reader. So please, if you have worries, make sure you communicate them with your partner. Not Don't wait until you're angry. You're angry and you go, you know what? No. Be constructive in your, let's say, in your constructive argument or your constructive communication. Communicate your issues. You have issues, communicate it. Speak to your partner, call them nicely, tell them that, and please, let's say your partner's name is, let's look for John. Communicate to John. Say, John, yes, communication is key. There's nothing. Thank you, Chef Jimmy. There's nothing as important in a relationship than communication. Communication is so important because if you don't communicate the way you feel, your partner would not know. You frowning frowning just say there's something wrong. When you frown, your partner knows there's something not right. Some men, when you frown, they'll just go away. They'll just go, my God, goodness, this is not a nice place. She's angry. Let me just go out and meet my friends. There is nothing, yes, there's nothing as important in a relationship as communication. Communication is key, not in every relationship, at work, it's very important to communicate. Let me just give you a very short scenario. I'm actually working with someone and there was something that I wasn't happy with, so I told them that, you know what, the way you're doing, there's something we're working on. And I said I wasn't happy with it. It was feedback. To me, it was constructive feedback. I said I wasn't happy with the way the other person was what the other person was doing. I wasn't happy with it, the way they were doing it. But the person came back to me. Do you know what I said? I said I was so happy. I said I wasn't happy with the way they were doing what they were doing at work, the way they were presenting, the way, the other person came back to me, and you know what? It was a guy. Thankfully, he said, you know what, Celia, let me something. I presented it this way because of this, that, and that. And if you look at it critically, the way I presented it, I've opened doors to this, that. I was like, really? You know what? This guy, truly, this happened 2 days ago. This guy, I was the one, I gave the feedback. I was like, I don't like the way you did this. He said no, he did it the way he did it because the way he did it would open more avenues. The way he presented it to me, I applauded him. I applauded. I was like, oh my goodness, this, you're so intelligent. I was like, I can't. I had to like. He just opened up and he said no, he wasn't angry. He was, when I was giving him my feedback, he was so cool and measured. I gave him my feedback. I was like, no, the way he presented it, the way I gave the feedback, he was like, yeah, I understand it, Celia, but you know what? This is why I did it. This is the reason why I did it. And I think it's better for me, it's better for you, it's better for the whole organization, you know. And I had to applaud him, you know. So communication is so good. And he even told me why he did it, you know, why we should do it that way, why that is the way forward, you know. And I was like, I think your way is the way. Your way is the way, and the only way is the right way. The way he said it, it wasn't my feedback was, my feedback was not harsh, but my feedback was, I was not looking at the whole thing. He was looking at it holistically. I was looking at it, it was just my one dimension. But he was looking at it holistically. He was like, yes, I understand where you're coming from, Celia, but I want you to look at it from my point of view. He explained his point of view calmly, like he was as cool as a cucumber. Like, okay, this is how we should do it. And I think if we do it that way, we are going to close these doors. So let's leave it open. Let's leave it open so we can get products from here, from there, from there, from there. And if we have all these products, then we would know which one is more viable. I was like, yes, I was looking at it from there. When you brought it, you're looking at it holistically, which was so refreshing. So please, I eat fufu and bushmeat soup with monkey legs. Oh my goodness, who is this? Move to America. Donald Trump is there, and yes, it is, and bushmeat soup with monkey. Okay, yes, I get it. I get it. Whereabouts are you watching from? Dan from John. Whereabouts are you watching from? Whereabouts are you watching from? Yes, whatever you eat, as far as it's food, we all eat food. You know, we can't survive without food. So we all eat food. So whatever you eat, it's food, it's food. People eat different things from different countries and from different places. So whatever you eat, it is food. So I respect whatever people eat, and um and whatever you're eating, keep some for us. We are gonna join you. So that is it. So please remember, communication is key in every relationship. Okay, communication is key. So please, it's important for you, it's important to say sorry in your relationship. If you are at fault, please do say sorry. It is very important to say sorry, whether you think you're at fault or not. Say sorry for the sake of peace. You can say sorry, and then later on you can communicate your worries with your partner. But it is very important to learn how to say sorry. Okay, so that is the magic word. Sorry is the magic word. Say sorry, mean it. Don't just say you're sorry, mean it. Say you're sorry. If it's your partner, husband, say, you know what, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If you can't say you're sorry in a heated argument, or you're having a heated argument, please, what you can do is you can walk away so you don't say something that you cannot retrieve. This is another very important one. when you're having a heated argument with your partner, please make sure you walk away so you don't say something that you would regret. It is very important to walk away. I rather walk away. I rather you walk away than say something that you cannot retrieve. Remember, that if there's one thing you can never take back, words. You can never take words back. You can take everything back. If you lend money, you can get it back. You can get your clothes back. You can get your shoes back. But words, once you alter them, once you say something, you cannot take it back. So please, if you're having a heated argument with someone you love, be very careful when you use words. If you know you're very angry, please walk away. Don't pick up your keys. Don't drive when you're angry. What I'd recommend is take a walk. Just walk away so you don't say something that you cannot take back. Walk away and then you can come back later and resolve the issue when everything is calm down, when your partner is maybe feeling better, when your partner just walk away. Take a walk to the balcony, walk away. Don't drive when you're angry. Walk away, come back and resolve the issue you have with your partner. And the magic word is sorry. Say sorry to your partner when they are angry. Sometimes you can say sorry even when you're not at fault, just to let peace reign. And please be intentional. If you want a relationship to last for long, if you want your relationship to be sweet, happy, be intentional. Be intentional. Hmm? Be intentional. Intentional in making it work, intentional in making things work, intentional in making sure the health of the relationship is or the relationship is healthy, because the relation sometimes you don't check the relationship's health. The health of your relationship. Make sure your relationship is healthy by checking the relationship's pressure, checking the relationship's pressure, giving the relationship medication on a regular basis, sorting the relationship out, cleaning it up, clearing it, making sure it's sweet and peaceful. Okay, and the magic word for today is sorry. It is okay to say sorry to your partner when you're wrong, and sometimes it's okay to say sorry to your partner when you're not wrong, for the sake of peace in your relationship, and if you want your relationship to work. Okay, I think that is about it for today. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself. If you're around, we can just chat. Let's see what time it is. Let me see what time we've got. Let's see what time we have got. Happy weekend. Happy weekend. Take care of yourself. Stay strong. Stay happy. Let's stay for a few minutes and chat, and then we can call it. Okay, let's see. There we are. So that's about it. Good morning. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe to the channel. So hello, good afternoon. Whereabouts are you watching from? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hello. Okay, let me thank you, Chef Jamie, for stopping by. Thank you very much for your contribution on today's episode, today's topic. Thank you, Chef Jamie from Nigeria. Thank you, Elicha from Argentina. Thank you very much. Thank you, David thank you, Victory of Christ TV, Nakuru, from Nakuru, Kenya. Thank you very much. Thank you, David. Thank you, David, for stopping by. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Good morning. So have a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself. First time. Yeah. Have a fabulous weekend. Take care of yourself. Today's Friday. Maybe you should have some. Let's dance a little bit. Should we? Should I? I feel like dancing a little bit. Let me dance a little bit and then we call it the day. We call it for today. Yes, I have my headphones. La 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 sunshine. Whoa, 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 and I'm feeling good. Okay, let's. Oh my goodness, it's hot. Okay, then I think that's about it for today. Have a lovely weekend. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care of yourself. Make sure you join me next week, Friday, same time, 12:30 to 1:30 London time. Sometimes I'll come live impromptu. We're gonna have impromptu live shows. But Fridays are our days where we come live from 12:30 to 1:30. So I think that is about it for today. Have a fabulous weekend. Remember, communication is key. Take care of yourself. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. If this is your birth month, happy birth month to you. Take care. All the best always. And until next time, I'm your girl, Cecilia Mbullah. Thank you very much and bye bye for now. Bye.